All right. Hello to you, and you. Welcome in, everybody. Y'all, it's an emergency tour because it's time to play Praise Clues. Praise Clues. Yes, it is. As you all know, we always utilize public information, and there's a new expansion for Epic Universe. Let's talk about because higher is waiting, lower is available. But either way, we are about to go on to. I want you to keep this in mind, okay? Because I do have something for you here. Let me take down that overlay. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody, welcome in. Glad to have all of you here. Okay, so let's get to it. This is some news right here. Here we go. Let me get it up for you all. Oh my God. Okay, so right here. So this came out 14 hours ago from Epic Universe Update. Shout out to them. Universal's next move is here. While all eyes have been on Epic Universe, new permits have just confirmed that work is officially began on a massive 54-acre parcel of land right next door. So right here, okay, I want you to keep this area in mind, okay? Keep this area in mind. Keep this area in mind. This mass grading project is the first concrete step into turning long-held universal expansion concepts into reality. The big question is, what are they building? A new hotel complex, a second water park, another city walk-style district. We break down all the permits, the evidence, and the leading theories in our full depth report. Tap the link in our bio to complete the story for the complete story rather. So I have the links. I want to bring something up to y'all right here. So this comment right here, where exactly is this new construction happening? I'm 30 minutes away from Epic Universe. So here it is here, right next to Top Golf Orlando, 28.4391071, comma, negative 8146646666097. It's mostly grading, nothing vertical, but if you visit and get pictures, we'd love to share them. So typed in those coordinates, okay? So those coordinates are right here. Okay, so this is where the parcel is going to be. Right here is Epic Universe. Now, like I said before, I want you to keep this area right here in mind. Okay, I want you to keep this area in mind. Okay, I want you to keep this area in mind. So, with that being said, I talked about this story a while back. Actually, it wasn't even that long ago. Let me check. Let me check. Why is it? There we go. Okay, I was about to say, what is going on there? Okay. So let me go to this here. Because as soon as I pieced it together, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, I got it. I got it. So give me a moment. I think I'm almost at it. Where is it? Hang on. Okay, so right here, 3 weeks ago, I talked about this article right here. Okay, 3 weeks ago. Hang on one second, y'all. Hang on one second. Okay. So, like I said, I talked about Lockheed Martin 3 weeks ago, right? I talked about this article in particular. The hidden disaster behind Lockheed Martin stock drop. Lockheed Martin faces $1.6 billion in charges while missing key fighter jet contracts. This comes to us from rollingout.com, right? They're celebrating 25 years on to the next 25. Follow me here because this is going to be a very important piece to what we're about to get to. Lockheed Martin's stock tumbled over 8% Tuesday morning following earnings results that exposed significant operational challenges. The defense contractor reported earnings of just $1.46 per share against expectations of $6.52, driven by massive program write-offs that caught investors off guard. The company recorded $1.6 billion in total program losses during the quarter, including a staggering $950 million charge on the classified aerospace project. Without these charges, earnings would have reached $7.29 per share, demonstrating the severe impact of these operational setbacks on financial performance. Revenue also disappointed rather at $18.2 billion versus the anticipated $18.6 billion, suggesting broader challenges beyond isolated program issues. The combination of earnings miss and revenue shortfall triggered immediate selling pressure as investors reassessed the company's near-term prospects. Cash flow problems compound investor concerns. Beyond headline earnings, cash flow metrics painted an equally troubling picture for the world's largest defense contractor. The company burned through $150 million in cash during the quarter, dramatically missing estimates that called for $1.2 billion in positive free cash flow generation. F-35 fighter jet delivery delays contribute significantly to the cash flow disappointment. These flagship aircraft represents a crucial revenue stream, and production hiccups directly impact the company's ability to generate cash from operations. The timing issues suggest potential supply chain or technical challenges affecting the program. The negative cash flow raises questions about dividend sustainability and capital allocation flexibility going forward. While the company maintains a 3% dividend yield, persistent cash generation problems could pressure future shareholder returns. Future business pipeline shows weakness. Most concerning for long-term investors, Lockheed book-to-bill ratio fell just to 0.8 times, indicating the company booked less new business than it delivered in the core. This metric serves as a critical indicator for future revenue potential and business momentum. None of the company's four operating segments achieved a book-to-bill ratio above 1.0x, suggesting widespread challenges across the entire business portfolio. The weak order intake reflects recent high-profile contract losses, including missing out on the new fighter jet program award to competitor Boeing. The anemic new business generation occurs amid rising global defense spending, highlighting company-specific execution issues rather than market weaknesses. Competitors appear better positioned to capture emerging opportunities in the evolving defense landscape. Stock performance reflects mounting challenges. Shares have now declined approximately 14% from the yearly peak, with Tuesday's sharp drop accelerating the downward trend. The stock's underperformance relative to broader market reflects investor skepticism about near-term recovery prospects. Trading volume surged on the earnings announcement, indicating significant repositioning by institutional investors. The magnitude of the price decline suggests that many holders were caught off guard by the severity of operational challenges revealed in the quarterly report. Technical indicators point to potential further weaknesses as the stock breaks below key support levels. The combination of fundamental deterioration and negative price momentum creates a challenging environment for shareholders. Management faces credibility questions. The size and scope of the quarterly charges raise questions about management's visibility into program performance and risk assessment capabilities. The $950 million classified program write-off represents a particularly large surprise that suggests inadequate project oversight. Previous guidance failed to adequately prepare investors for the magnitude of challenges revealed in the latest results. This communication gap damages management credibility and may lead to more constructive valuations as investors demand higher risk premiums. The company's inability to secure major new programs rather while managing existing contracts poorly creates a double challenge for leadership. Restoring operational excellence while simultaneously winning new business requires significant strategic shifts. Recovery timeline remains uncertain. While one-time charges should theoretically not repeat the underlying operational issues creating these write-offs require time to address the weak order book, suggests revenue headwinds will persist for multiple quarters even after cost overruns stabilize. The defense industry's long contract cycles mean today's weak bookings translate to reduced revenues years into the future. This extended impact timeline limits near-term catalysts for stock recovery absent major new contract wins. Investors seek exposure to defense spending growth, rather, may find better opportunities elsewhere. Let me read that two more times, that sentence right there. Investors seeking exposure to defense spending may find better opportunities elsewhere while Lockheed works through its operational challenges. Investors seeking exposure to defense spending growth may find better opportunities elsewhere while Lockheed works through its operational challenges. The company's franchise value remains intact, but translating that into shareholder returns requires patience amid ongoing headwinds. Okay? So, hey, Florentin, good to see you, good sir. So, let me take down Florentin's comment real quick because, like I said, this is Bray's Clues we're doing right now. I want everybody to pay attention to this right here, okay? So you see the new expansion. You see Epic Universe. Do you see anything else that could be of importance on this map? Got that map? Got that map? You got that map. Okay, I'm going to take that down right there. Just read the article, right? So we got this from Universal's Epic Universe. Epic Universe updates rather. And so the coordinates are right here, 28.4391071, comma, negative 81.466666097. So did that. Here's this here, okay? This parcel right here is the new expansion. Here's Celestial Park. I just read to you that article about the hidden disaster, about Lockheed Martin. All of this I just read to you, okay? Now, I covered this article 3 weeks ago, right here. Okay, I covered this 3 weeks ago, that article in this live, on this live stream, this tour, this show right here. 3 weeks ago, I covered it. So now I'm going to go to Theme Park Brandon because he is going to drop the clue of clues, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, out of my rambling comes greatness. Just give me time. And like I said, all the information that is in the description box below is available for public consumption. Now, I want you to follow me here. Okay, new expansion, Epic Universe. Okay, we got the coordinates right here. We got the coordinates right here. These coordinates right here, okay? Go to these coordinates right here. Here is the parcel next to Epic Universe. I just told you about this article right here, the hidden disaster behind Lockheed Martin stock drop, right? The biggest thing that you need to know is that right here, the defense industry's long contract cycles mean today's weak bookings could translate to reduced revenue years into the future. This extended impact timeline limits near-term catalysts for stock recovery absent major new contract wins. Investors seeking exposure to defense spending growth may find better opportunities elsewhere while Lockheed works through its operational challenges. And also, too, let's see here. The anemic new business generation occurs amid rising global defense spending, highlight company-specific execution issues rather than market weaknesses. Competitors are better positioned to capture merger opportunities in the evolving defense landscape. So this gets down to money. Now, I'm going to let Theme Park Brandon drop Bray's clue. And if you remember that Epic Universe expansion live stream that we did, I showed this video on that stream, which, give me a moment, I'll show you that. Don't worry, it's all going to lead to the clue of clues. Don't you worry. Live short, y'all. I think Epic Universe is probably one of the biggest shorts that I've ever done. Nope, not that one, because we're watching that now. Right here. So this live right here, 2 months ago, I played that video that I'm about to show you in this one. Okay, enough talking. Let's roll.
All support on my online merch store, where you can find all sorts of cool coaster gear that I designed myself. Now let's talk about the fourth park and where Universal Orlando can build a new potential theme park. Because again, with Epic, Universal, IOA, I feel like there's the same amount of chances of Disney building a fifth gate as there is for Universal building a fourth gate, not including Volcano Bay. And there's quite a few areas that they can already build this park on land they already own. The first one will be this area located just south of the parking lot. And this area right here, believe it or not, is 30 acres. Now, there's a lot of things that they could do with this, because what I think they should do is build a Universal Kids Resort style park. This is the park that's opening up over in Frisco, Texas. I think it's 2026. Now, this park is themed more for the younger crowds. It has a Minions land, a Jurassic Park land, and a couple other cool areas. But I think that it would be really smart, especially with Disney being located right on the other side of I-4, where they can actually really focus on a kid-friendly park and have every attraction be, very, very low height requirements or none at all. I think that's a very smart move for Universal. And this land, to my knowledge, is not occupied by anything. And people can just, they could build a bridge right across from the parking lot over to this. There's a lot of cool things that Universal could do with this. And if they did that, obviously the parking lot right now that the park sits on, or that's right next to Epic, is roughly 47 acres. That's a ton of room. Now, it would not surprise me, and I think we could all agree, that it's only a matter of time before Universal Orlando spends the money on yet another parking garage for this complex of their resort. And they could easily fit a massive parking garage in this area, plus maybe a City Walk 2.0, like a City Walk South, where you have entertainment, restaurants, and have Epic Universe, then the City Walk, and then the Universal Kids Resort, all located in one. I think that's a really cool fit for Universal Orlando. I just feel like it would do really, really well for the park and for the overall resort. Obviously when they bought this land, they have long-term plans or tentative plans with it, and I'm super intrigued by it. But what's even more intriguing is just to the west of Epic Universe. Now, this area is owned currently by Lockheed Martin.
Wait a minute. Y'all heard that, right? You heard that, right? Did you hear that? Let me rewind it for you. In case you missed it. Here we go.
And I'm super intrigued by it. But what's even more intriguing is just to the west of Epic Universe. Now, this area is owned currently by Lockheed Martin, and it's a massive plot of land.
One more time, because I'm going to connect it back to the update that we got today. Okay.
Super intrigued by it. But what's even more intriguing is just to the west of Epic Universe. Now, this area is owned currently by Lockheed Martin, and it's a...
When you combine this article, right? Okay. Especially this last sentence here, investors seeking exposure to defense spending growth may find better opportunities elsewhere, while Lockheed works through its operational challenges. And when you look at the coordinates right here in this area, there's Celestial Park. And when you look at this here, what makes you think that Universal Orlando Resort is doing this and getting ready to buy that? Yeah. You see that? You see that shit? See, motherfuckers. See, if you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. If you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. If you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. See? Okay, now I'm gonna let Brendan say that one more time and get some context, conjecture, and connection to why this is so big. Roll it.
And for the overall resort, obviously when they bought this land, they have long-term plans or tentative plans with it, and I'm super intrigued by it. But what's even more intriguing is just to the west of Epic Universe. Now, this area is owned currently by Lockheed Martin, and it's a massive plot of land, 200 acres. Who's to say down the road, Universal decide to approach them and say, hey, you know what? We want to buy this land. It fits within our portfolio. It's right next to Epic Universe.
And right over here is the expansion that they just bought for 54 acres.
Technically, Universal can fit 2 Epic Universes inside of this piece of land. That's how big it is. Now, again, will they? Maybe down the road. But this area, again, is so intriguing for the future of Universal Orlando because essentially they could be building the new kids resort plus build a new major theme park on this plot of land with some more hotels and everything else.
And the expansions right over here.
There's a lot to be excited about for this. And speaking of Epic Universe, if you're planning on going to Epic Universe, you're going to want to...
So, that being said, let's get to the news, everybody. Universal begins work on 54-acre expansion next to Epic Universe. The next chapter is finally starting, a deep dive into the West Parcel mass grading permits and what they mean for the resort's future. Next to Epic Universe. Let's roll on. While the theme park world is still absorbing the massive scale of Epic Universe, Universal is already making this next move in a series of new permit applications filed with the South Florida Water Management District. The company has officially begun the process of preparing a massive 53.76 acre parcel of land located right next to its new theme park for a major new development, igniting a firestorm of speculation about what could be coming next. This is not a minor development. The project, officially titled West Parcel Mass Grading, is a significant and costly first step in turning a huge plot of vacant land into a shovel-ready site for a future project. The permits filed by Universal City Development Partners Ltd. and signed by Vice President Michael Denny detailed the plan for the mass grading and construction of a stormwater management system on 4 specific tax parcels located on Universal Boulevard, just north of the intersection with Point Plaza Avenue. For those unfamiliar with the technology of large-scale construction, mass grading is the foundational process of leveling and preparing a vast area of land for future building. It's the expensive, time-consuming, and essential groundwork that must be completed before any vertical construction, such as hotels, show buildings, or ride structures, can begin. A company does not undertake a mass grading project of this magnitude unless they are serious about building something significant. The application for an environmental resource permit currently under review confirms that Universal is moving beyond simply holding the land and is now actively preparing it for a specific, a bit currently undefined future purpose. This move from massive ownership to active development is a concrete signal that the next phase of Universal Orlando's expansion is officially underway. This development is not a sudden decision, but rather the next logical step in a long-term master plan. The application documents reference a previous permit modification from just a few months ago on June 9th, 2025, with project name Universal SLRC conceptual permit modification. The repeated use of the word conceptual in past permits confirms that Universal has been engaged in high-level blue sky planning or celestial sky planning at this point for this very area for years. The move conceptual permits a physical mass grading operation represents The move from conceptual permanence rather to a physical mass grading operation represents a tangible advancement, a sign that the theoretical is about to become physical. This, of course, leads to the billion-dollar question: what are they planning to build? The sheer size of the 54-acre site offers a canvas for a number of tantalizing possibilities, and the rumors that have swirled around these satellite parcels for the last 8 years have already provided a list of compelling candidates. With the most logical and widely speculated possibility is a new hotel or hotel complex. With the opening of Epic Universe, Universal Orlando is now truly a 4-park resort. Volcano Bay is their 3rd theme park, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? They have said it many times before. Many times before. Actually, you know what? For a moment, physical work people, physical not drawing, LOL. I want you to watch this. This is the backstory of Volcano Bay. Actually, I'm going to show this and then show one more commercial, okay? So watch this. We'll be back after this. Roll it.
When we start a project, we always start with story. That story is key. So we began with the story of the Waturi people. The myth of the Waturi people is that long ago, they set out on their outrigger canoes looking for a new home. There was a legend that said they could only find this new home with the help of this mini golden-finned fish called Kanuku. And they searched across Pacifica and Polynesia, and they visited all these islands. They went to Bali and Tahiti and went as far as Rapa Nui, Easter Island. Along the way, they made friends, collected sort of the culture, and they sailed on and on and on, and they almost to the edge of the world. There, to their amazement, was Kanuku. And she turned to the people and said, "You are ready." Turned and swam away. They followed, and within a day, they caught sight of this smoking mountain on the horizon, which was Volcano Bay. And it was pristine, beautiful, lush, everything that they would want in a home. And that's the backstory that informs everything we do in our design. The idea here is to create the best experience. We know what our guests want. They want the thrill and excitement of our theme parks, but they also want a place where they can relax and chill out and feel pampered. Nobody wants to stand in line. And so we said, let's get rid of them. Nobody wants to carry rafts up a ride tower all the way to the top. So we said, let's do that for you. Exhilaration, excitement, and relaxation. That's what you're gonna get at Volcano Bay.
Welcome to Universal's Volcano Bay. A new wave of theme park. A new kind of paradise. Here, time doesn't fly, it simply floats by. And when it's your time to ride, you go right to the slide. Yep, paradise works in amazing ways. You're welcome. Volcano Bay. One of 3 amazing theme parks at Universal Orlando Resort.
Oh, can we please, for the love of God, recognize that Volcano Bay is their 3rd theme park? You saw that at the end of the story of Volcano Bay. It said our 3rd theme park rises. Okay, this is not to Floridan. I love Floridan very much. Okay, this is to all of you who cover the theme park industry. Okay, I know from the outside looking in, it looks like a water park. But water is life and life is joy. Okay? Okay, they have 4 theme parks. Let's move with some intelligence here. Okay? All right, let's roll on. Said that as calmly as I can say. I did a whole live on it about Volcano Bay. Moving on. Universal Orlando is now truly a 4-park resort, a destination that can easily command a week-long vacation. This creates a massive demand for more on-site hotel rooms. A 54-acre plot could easily accommodate 1, even 2 large-scale resorts, complete with their own unique theming and amenities to help support the massive crowds now flocking to the south end of the property. Another strong possibility is a new water park. While Bay is a world-class and highly popular park, a second water park will allow Universal to compete more directly with Disney's duo of Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon. It will give them the capacity to capture more of the lucrative water park market and offer a compelling reason for guests to extend their stay even further. Some have also speculated that this could be the site for a new entertainment district, a second walk-style complex designed to serve the southern end of the resort and the many nearby hotels. This will capture guest spending in the evenings with a new slate of unique restaurants, shops, and entertainment venues, keeping guests on Universal property after the theme parks close. Finally, there's the possibility of another park. While 54 acres is not large enough for a full-scale theme park like Epic Universe, it's more than enough space for a small boutique park such as Universal Kids Resort concept being built in Frisco, Texas. The park, aimed at the youngest of visitors, would be a perfect complement to the high thrill offerings of the main parks and would further solidify Universal's appeal for families. While these documents do not yet reveal whether the West Parcel will become a hotel, a water park, or something else entirely, they provide the first piece of concrete, undeniable evidence that Universal is actively preparing for its next major move. The long-term conceptual planning is over. The physical work is beginning. The digging has started, and now so has the real wait to see what new universe will rise next. So here are all of the articles right here. And like I said, I've never heard of Epic Universe updates before on Instagram and never heard of this Substack, but shout out to them for getting this intel. But yeah, that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we are. I was talking with Fullerton on Instagram, and he gave me this. So shout out to It's Fullerton for giving me this intel. And as I was looking at this map, I'm like, wait a minute. Something about this looks very, very interesting. I'm like, oh my God, it's time to play Praise Clues. Praise Clues. I said, Fullerton, you want to find out what it is? Ladies and gentlemen, now this is just a prediction, okay? This does not mean shit. I want everybody to understand how I move, flow, and live in this space called Brainley's Virtual Tour, the brand and our big kahuna show, Brainley's Virtual Tour Live. My main business principle is finding the inch that's not being talked about, and how do we make that a mile? Okay, that's literally the T. That's literally the T on how I operate this channel. So when I saw this, it just got me back to, okay, that article from rollingout.com. So potentially this and this could be something. Potentially. Okay? So just listen. It's just a prediction. This does not mean that it's happening. But the fact that Lockheed Martin has been struggling with their contracts, and the fact that Universal Orlando did buy land from Lockheed Martin to get Epic Universe to be built, this could be a very good sign for Universal. Now, I'm just a black man talking on YouTube, so none of this could be true. However, you saw the clues that I saw. I'm going to just go back to the coordinates. This is Lockheed Martin right here. Lockheed Martin Visitor Center right here. This is where it is right here. Now, if we zoom out for a minute, let's just zoom out for a minute, okay? So we got Westgate Lakes Resort and Spa right there. We have WonderWorks Orlando. We have Olive Garden. We have Walmart. We have Golden Corral. Their third theme park, Volcano Bay, is right there, okay? You got the Villtel Orlando Resort. You got Rosen Shingle Creek. Another Walmart Supercenter right there. I zoom out a little bit more. Then you have Universal Orlando Resort. You got SeaWorld right here, Discovery Cove, Orlando Vinland outlets. This is Golden Oak. Now, if you're wondering why Golden Oak is so important, ladies and gentlemen, Golden Oak is next to the campsites at Disney Fort Wilderness Resort and Walt Disney Golf and Wilderness Lodge and Magic Kingdom. So as you can see here, not too far from each other, ladies and gentlemen. So if they were to get, then the Orlando Eye is right there, of course. Imagine that. You want to get, to downtown and stuff, and you just go on the Eye, then go right back to your hotel. This combination right here could change everything for Epic Universe. Y'all, listen. And you know what's crazy? It's probably going to take a couple of weeks for somebody else in the theme park sector to see what I just saw. It's probably going to take somebody a couple of weeks to see it. I bet you that. Because here's the thing. I saw it right away because of that huge article that I dropped on Bring These Virtual Tour Live. See, sometimes when I drop a receipt, that receipt may not come back clear right away. It's like when you go to deposit, you check in the bank, may not need that cash right then. But, buddy, when you need that cash, is right there and available. That's what that article was for rollingout.com. That was me pulling out, withdrawing, getting my bag, and utilizing it. Check. I wonder if Universal sees the same thing that I'm seeing. And I'm sure at Universal Creative, they got a room like Walt Disney did with Epcot and all the plans around. I'm sure that they got this map up. I'm sure that they see all the dots connected of all those different restaurants and hotels surrounding it. And I'm sure that they see that same parcel next to Lockheed Martin. They just haven't announced it yet. Now that's just my guess. That is just my guess. And Icon Park is right here. Oh my God. Yeah. Facts. That was your sources obligated for your final essay. Absolutely. Now, here's something. Right? Now, Icon Park is free, right? But let's just say, right, that you got, let me see. Let's go to iconpark.com right now. Let's see something. Icon Park, Orlando, right? I just want to see something real quick. So here it is here, right? So they have Ripley's Crazy Golf, the Orlando Eye, Museum of Illusions Orlando, Sea Life Aquarium, Madame Tussauds Orlando, Carousel at the Promenade, the Pearl Express in the Game Some Motion D Theater, and Slingshot. This is their dining here. All their dining right here. This is dining. All their dining. Okay. Like I said, everything I'm saying, right? Everything that I am saying is just a prediction. And of course, the Blue Man Group will be at Icon Park. They used to be at in the old Nickelodeon Studios building. Okay. At Universal Orlando Resort. Now they're going to be building a huge Build-A-Bear workshop. They got the sugar factory as well, right? Now, what makes you think that if you're not staying at Grand Helios Hotel, follow me here, what makes you think if you're not staying here and they can make a way for you to get over to City Walk or, get through this part here, that you don't get a Icon ticket, an Icon Park pass to all of those different attractions? Because now, guess what? Now you got tickets over here and also a pass just for the Universal side. That could be very well a possibility. And look, Coco Key Resort and Water Park Orlando right there. And then there is Game Point Event Center. Up here is Orlando Outlet Marketplace, Orlando Premium International Outlets. Got more hotels there, y'all. And there's a Dave & Buster's right here. I swear to God. I got a feeling this is already here, but this is about to be bought. I just have a feeling. If you leave Helios, the Icon Well is literally a perfect straight shot in front of the Icon Park. It's a bird's eye view from the windows. Good call. Thank you for that intel there. This is, oh my God, like, I don't know how to describe to y'all how exciting it is to know something before everybody else does. The only way I can let you guys know how my brain is going right now is like this.
Come on, think.
What it is right now. That is legitimately what's going on in my head. Of that 53.76 acre parcel, which is basically 54 if you round it up. The brain blast of Lockheed Martin being right there. That Universal already has that parcel, but could buy Lockheed Martin, and all that side goes into Epic. You see where I'm going, right? I'll just play it again because this is legitimately how my brain is going.
Come on, think.
That is literally how my mind is thinking right now. Fullerton, what's your honest assessment of Bray's clues right now? Of what I just dropped? Because honestly, I really do believe, like I've said the quiet part out loud. Like I've joked about saying that. That could be something. That could be something for sure, without question. Absolutely. And not to mention too, like, imagine if Universal Creative and Icon Park did a collaboration partnership. It made some new exclusive restaurants and bars and some attractions over at Icon Park for the people that can't get into Epic Universe. Just a thought. And like I said before, I have joked about saying the quiet part out loud before, but I really do believe I have actually said the quiet part out loud on this one. I really, like, come on, y'all. Like, it's literally right here. This parcel right here. next to Lockheed Martin, right next to Epic Universe, and you don't think that this is not about to be bought, you have to be out your element mind. You really want something like Disney Springs? It could happen. It could definitely happen. Without question. Without question. Okay. I just checked out the comment that you sent me. I just need to sit with myself for a minute. I'm just like, I really cannot believe the article that I talked about like 3 weeks ago has literally come back around full circle to potentially unlock what is happening here with this 54-acre parcel. You know what? We're going to take a break. And while we take a break, y'all enjoyed this. Roll it.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams. Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Great Life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and the Here We Go life. Escape to the One More Please Wherever You Please life and kick it into high gear. Escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup Cay, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
I'm loving it.
Y'all right back. Welcome back into Braylon's Virtual Tour Live. Y'all, if you are just joining us, we played Bray's Clues. I think that signifies it pretty good, my friend. Universal, yes, we can. Disney is coming down the pipe, folks. Exactly. If you're just joining us, we just played Bray's Clues, spinoff of Blue's Clues, because there was some news today. I'm going to take this banner down and take Florentine's comment down just for a brief moment so you guys can see this overlay. There was some news today that this new expansion that you see in pink, 53.76 acres, which is basically 54 acres, is a new expansion. In the green, as you can see, it is Epic Universe. But if you look to your left, once you look at Epic Universe, see the Epic Universe logo. Look to your left of that. That is a 200-acre parcel that is owned by Lockheed Martin. And I just dropped the clue not too long ago, actually, that potentially, ladies and gentlemen, potentially, like I say, everything's alleged, okay? But this is Lockheed Martin right here. Universal's doing an expansion with this parcel right here. If they get this and connect it to that, that's a whole thing. Right next to all of these different locations right here of food, restaurants and attractions and everything else. Y'all, if you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. If you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. If you understand the moves that are happening around you, you'll understand what you're seeing in front of you. Child, this is mind-blowing. This is legit mind-blowing. Like, there's not too many times where you can be ahead of people, but I truly do believe that this live is going to be an important live. for later on down the line. I truly, truly, truly do believe that. Man. Like I said, you never know what's going to happen when you go on tour. You just never, ever, 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 ever know what's going to end up. What's going to be? What's going to end up happening? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Like I said, I'm just flabbergasted. I really am. Y'all, here is the map right here. So this is the project area. Okay. So this is not survey. Number 2, this map is for planning and permitting activity. For below named projects should be used for those purposes only. The base map shown here on was obtained in digital format from Bing. So here is the parcel. There is Lockheed Martin right there. Like I said, shout out to Epic Universe Updates for all of this. I mean, sincerely, it's wow, I'm looking at them now. Whew, this is crazy, John. Like crazy in like the best way possible. If I introduce you to this article, I'm honored. I knew about this whole saw this whole universal epic universe updates for credit. Oh, absolutely. You like, let me tell you something. You did introduce me to this article. Absolutely, you did. I give you full credit. Absolute full credit on that. I have no problem doing that, brother. No problem at all. Oh my God. I'm just flabbergasted. I really am. Like I said, I hope in due time that this live comes back tenfold, and it comes through, because I really do have a feeling that parcel of land is going to be bought. I just have a feeling. It is crazy. Weeks ago was just reading about Lockheed Martin. Remember good times, my friend. Yes, indeed. Yeah. It's whoo, man. Right here, y'all. New expansion, Lockheed Martin, Epic Universe. So this is happening, but this could also be happening along with this. Now, no word as of yet, so I do not need everybody freaking out and calling Universal saying, Braylon said that y'all won't buy that place, that parcel rather, that 200 parcel from Lockheed Martin going add it to the 54 acre. Don't you call Universal looking stupid. Because you know what they're going to say? Well, we cannot confirm nor deny at this current time if we're doing that or not. Just don't do that. Don't do it. If anything, you just got some very exclusive tea. Okay? Because I don't even think Epic Universe Updates knows about that Lockheed Martin article. Actually, I don't think anybody else that actually talked about in the theme park sector actually knows about that article, except you and I, except us. So, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Man, let the games begin. The games begin. Let the games begin. Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. By the way, I have not forgot about Ready to Love. We should be doing that tonight around 6 o'clock. Child, I have not watched the episode yet. I haven't because I've just been chilling. It's my Saturday. But you guys will be getting that a little bit later on tonight. But I had to go live with this. All right, it's been 1 full hour. I'm going to turn on my camera now because we done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. But yeah, I had to go live with this, y'all. I had no other choice. I don't think they would buy that plot of land on the far corner without considering the rest. Exactly right. There's just no way possible. There's just no way possible. Like I said, shout out to rollingout.com, Rolling Out Magazine, for writing up that article. And also shout out to Theme Park Brandon for saying that piece of critical evidence. And then shout out to me for connecting it all together. In the words of Snoop Dogg, I'd like to thank me. But also, too, shout out to It's Florenton, or The Florenton, my good friend there, for sending me the intel about this brand new expansion that has literally been bought. So it took many cogs to make this clock tick. Man. Wow. So this is why I love covering theme park stuff, because you just like, come on, how many times in any sector can you drop news this big ever in any sector? Like, you can't. Hey, two people, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Man. Yeah, I could not wait until Monday to do this. No, I could not wait. No, there was just no way I was going to be able to wait till Monday to say the quiet part out loud on this one. No. Now, like I said, if anything happens to this live, then it's canon and it's happening. Okay? Which I don't think anything's going to happen to this live. But just had to, just got to clear ourselves. Okay? Just got to make space and, make a mental note that, we said this together. You know what I mean? So I get that Universal wanted to build a new park like Epic Universe, but now what they will decide to be building moving forward, I can't comprehend how or what. Every move is a blessing of offering. Absolutely. A blessing of offered area. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Like, oh Lord. And Disney is not going to have a theme parks panel. Oh my Lord. They're not going to have a theme parks panel at Destination D23 this year. This is sad. This is sad. Ugh. Wow. Wow. You know what? I'm going to bring up something really important here that I want everybody to see. Hang on. got that. Hang on. Because I think sometimes people don't really understand the power of branding, marketing, and promotions. Where is it? Give me a moment, y'all. No, don't want that one. Here it is here. This is the one I'm looking for right here, okay? So I want y'all to watch this. Understand, my man.
Over my 35 years, I've often been asked what my favorite ride is. My standard answer is the next one. We live by the ethos that the next thing we do is going to be better than the last thing we did. So even though we've created some really incredible experiences, we're always looking to how do we make the next one even better? And it really starts back with the origins of our business back in 1964 with the world famous Universal Tram Tour. And from there, we expanded and built the first standalone park at Universal Studios Florida, which really became about riding the movies. And that was an invention of Steven Spielberg, taking them into those stories, not just the attraction experience, but blows it out into entire worlds. And the challenge became, what can we do next?
Where should we be if nobody tried to find out what lies beyond? Have you never wanted to do anything that was dangerous? You never wanted to look beyond the clouds and the stars?
We went to the fans and we asked them. And the answer was pretty compelling. Give us more of your great storytelling, more of the immersive environments, and do it in the most visceral manner possible. Universal Epic Universe is comprised of 5 incredibly themed worlds, and in those, over 50 unique, compelling experiences. The idea was to bring you to these worlds you couldn't otherwise possibly imagine. And to do that, we wanted to create a mechanism that allowed you to be transported into another world, and it starts at the very entrance of the park itself.
You'll enter underneath the Chronos, the first portal, where all the planets will align, and exhilarating discoveries await as you begin your journey into Celestial Park.
Celestial Park is a world in and of itself, where fans have come to seek the ultimate adventure.
It's where we put the park back into theme park.
It has beautiful landscaping, incredible water features, amazing dining experiences, fantastic shopping opportunities, and 3 spectacular attractions. Constellation Carousel, a cosmos-inspired carousel unlike anything you've ever seen. Astronomica, where you can play with dancing fountains. And Stardust Racers, a dual-launch coaster where you race through the sky upon a shooting star.
And anchoring this incredible world is the amazing Universal Helios Grand Hotel, 500 rooms integrated into the park like no other theme park in the world.
And from here, you can jump into any world, portal like an adventurer to find all of the worlds you've ever seen. How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk.
We made the dream a reality. The world's first dragon Viking utopia.
You soar with dragons and have a Viking adventure based on the great movie franchise.
And the ultimate wish fulfillment of flying dragons.
We have this great history with horror. So we thought, is there a way for us to breathe new life into the classic Universal monster family?
It's alive! It's alive!
Dark Universe, a world where Universal's classic monsters are reimagined in an ominous and chilling experience.
Everything you've ever wanted to experience with monsters is in this world.
When the fans told us to give us more of what we did really well, our thinking became, could we create another chapter of the wizarding world of Harry Potter?
In the wizarding world of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic, you'll get to experience moments from both 1920s Paris from Fantastic Beasts and the British Ministry of Magic from the Harry Potter series.
The ride inside of that world, I can't tell you because it has to be a surprise.
You come to Universal Orlando, you're going to get this trilogy of storytelling that is unlike anything else in the world.
We'll have Super Nintendo World, where you can jump into the action and step into the world of Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, and Donkey Kong.
You'll arrive in the most interactive, colorful world we've ever created.
You get to play in the world that you've only played on a screen.
Epic Universe represents a tremendous addition, almost doubling the size of Universal Orlando Resort. This gives us the opportunity to bring people to Universal Orlando for an entire week of the most incredible experiences they can imagine. Universal Epic Universe changes everything you thought you knew about Universal Orlando Resort.
The overarching emotion that Epic inspires is what it's like to have your wishes ultimately fulfilled.
Beyond the storytelling and the immersiveness, there's an emotional component to each of the worlds.
The worlds that were chosen represent so many things for so many people, and they're so vastly different. Thrill and fear and joy and all of it comes together in a type of experience that you have never been able to find anywhere else.
Everything that we do is really the culmination of decades of innovation and creativity and immersive storytelling. So we continue to perfect our craft, and Epic is really bringing it all to a whole new level.
Epic Universe is built on an amazing concept. The idea that you can go into a world through some kind of a portal and you come out in a world you never could dream of, you could experience it. I think it's going to just feed the imagination of so many people of all ages.
What I think we're trying to do most is give people the opportunity to really experience the full thrill of being alive.
Now listen, if you were not inspired after that video, I don't know what to tell you. I just don't. That's why I do what I do. I truly love this job. I really do. It's a side hustle for right now until it becomes the main job. But sincerely, I love the fact that, to go back to YouTube's original slogan, right? Broadcast yourself. I love that we can broadcast ourselves, and that, we don't have to fit into anybody's box. And sincerely, being able to do anything and everything with all of you is truly a joy, a delight, and a wonder that I don't take for granted. Like I said, it is a genuine thrill to have a creative soul that, you could be laying down in bed, on vacation, anywhere in the world, doing whatever you want to do. And then as you look on your phone, there's a new live stream, there's a new video, there's a new short, there's something new being created. and you never know what can come out of just by opening up your mouth. And so, if anything, I hope that this live today has inspired you, has uplifted you, has given you some solace, and maybe it also goes to show you too that maybe it's not just the big boys and girls, or the big men and women rather, that they have the tea, but sometimes the tea that's really being poured are from the ones that may not be seen by everybody. Universal, not Universal, but Epic Universe updates. This might be the missing piece to that news that you guys dropped. If it is, let's talk, because I'm sure you guys got some notes. With that being said, thank you, Fullerton, for being here, my friend. With that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Oh, hang on, let's see here. And sometimes instead of just repeating the news, it's the crust or below the crust. That's more interesting to discuss about. Absolutely. Yeah, and let me tell you, I definitely, I need a sip of water, I need a sip of tequila, I need a sip of everything, because like I said, to be a decision maker is not easy. And I think that, decision makers are not just people in suits, but it's people like you and me that we are decision makers as well, with how we talk about what we talk about, when we want to talk about it, how we want to talk about it, what we talk about, and how we distribute that information, right? I always say information is a powerful tool and a dangerous weapon. Now, remember, this is beyond huge because someone was supposed to build something where Epic Universe was. Universal got the area back. I'm not sure many people don't know simply just that. Absolutely correct on that they did have to get it back. So it really was. You know what's really funny? How Oswald was stolen from Walt Disney, and they got back. It's kind of Universal. So like Epic Universe is Universal's Oswald story, if you will. If you really think about it from that context, conjecture, and connection there, it is where we put Universal back in Universal 2025 and make bigger that Universal Surround 2026. Absolutely. And sometimes instead of just repeating the news, it's the crust or below the crust that is more interesting to discuss about. Absolutely. Because let me tell you something, Fullerton and everybody. I truly believe that the piece of information that we dropped in this live is going to be a very pivotal piece, right? And as I often say, just because you're not being seen by everybody does not mean you're not being seen. That's why you should always give your best content anyway. Because if you understand the assignment is bigger than you, you will always be blessed in the end of it. So, if anybody else talks about this, just say you got from Braylon Lee, okay? Now, if you try to say, Braylon Lee's a content creator, you can say Braylon Lee's a content creator who loves theme parks. Because we cover a lot of stuff over here. More than most, for damn sure. But like I said to Fullerton, I really do love covering theme park news because I believe that the way we cover theme park news over here, we don't just cover, like Fullerton so articulately said, we don't just cover the crust. We usually go below the crust. And like I said, my media perspective, I'm able to, bring the links together in a way that you go like, oh my God. Right. So, like I said, it's a very conversational space that I operate from when it comes to theme park news, because I know that for the world that we're in right now, there's a lot that is being taken away unnecessarily. There's a lot being broken up unnecessarily, and it's just emotions that should not be experienced right now. And theme parks are a platform where no matter who you are, where you come from, how you think, is a place where it's hard to argue when Mario is around you. It's hard to argue when you feel like the nerd, but you and another person says the same spell from Harry Potter, and you find a new friend. You can't get mad when you got Toothless smiling at you. You can't get mad when you got Frankenstein dancing with you. And it's certainly hard to be upset racing on a comet. So as you can see, as the fireworks are going off behind us, y'all, that is our show. Like I said, I hope today's show, it has inspired you, it has uplifted you, and most of all, I hope that this gives you some hope that just because you think you know everything, that just usually means the treasure hunt has just begun. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I feel like, and I can say this very humbly, I feel like for a lot of time with our YouTube channel, we are that person with the pick in the diamond mine, and while everybody else is walking away, we just keep going. Because believe me, what you think is that, there is usually a bigger mine with something that is harder to get to. But nothing in life ever comes easy. So I hope that this live shows you that, hey, listen, in the words of Mama Odie, you got to dig a little deeper sometimes. Yes, indeed. So shout out to Mama Odie for Princess and the Frog. With that being said, everybody, it's time for the best. Here we go. Hope is the potential. Doesn't mean you know the future. Just hope for wonderful new things, or what can or what may be a part of your life there. Who knows? Exactly right, my friend. Very well said. With that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say one more special, because you are always one of us. And trust, you may not be where you want to be, but you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Why? It's one thing to call yourself, it's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. Hopefully, by spending time together, we're also great together. And always remember, we're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you are just dropping receipts that are out in public. Make sure the replay is not just ready for you to watch it, not just ready. Let's do it, but if you want to experience it again, I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, receive love you gotta give, receive love you gotta give it, receive love you gotta give, wherever obstacles you will come, wherever successes you have achieved upon this particular day. I'm extremely proud of you, but no one else is proud of you. Proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, sometimes being surprised is a blessing. Sometimes being surprised is a blessing. Sometimes being surprised is a blessing. Do you know why I say that? We want to know any and everything, right? We want to know anything and everything. We want to know anything and everything. But here's the gag. If we know anything and everything, then what's the point of curiosity? What's the point of wonder? What's the point of discovery? Just sit with that for a minute. Because like I said, if this was public, can you imagine what else out here has been publicly available to go find? I just want you to think about that for a minute. If this is publicly available to find, can you imagine what else is out there publicly available to find? If this information was publicly available to find, that I could take an article that I talked about 3 weeks ago, right? Not easy for development thirsty nerds. That part. If you just think about it. If I could find an article about Lockheed Martin that I talked about 3 weeks ago, and that space that you see has been available all this time, and I can bring that article and connect it to this, and make that clue known, just imagine what else is out there. Like I said, the change makers are not the ones with the biggest platforms, but it is the change makers that do the work. Okay? Whew. I think somebody might need to hear that today. Yes, I can live without knowing. Understood, my friend. For sure. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's to come, and for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love. I send it right back to you. Like I said, if y'all talk about this, just say you got for Braylon Lee and Braylon Lee's virtual tour. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. I know grown people are going to do what they want to do. But I believe if somebody has done the work, somebody deserves to get appreciated for the work. That's all I ask. Because you can ask us Florentine, you can ask everybody. I give credit where credit is due all the time. Do I have to? No, I don't. I don't have to give credit where credit is due. But it would be disrespectful to the soul of storytelling and caretaking and being about my responsibilities if I did not give credit to where credit is due. Shout out to Epic Universe Updates for this. Shout out to Florentine for introducing me to this intel. Shout out to rollingout.com for that Lockheed Martin article. Shout out to Theme Park Brendan for dropping that receipt, and shout out to me for bringing all those pieces of information together to give you guys something good to think about in your day today. All right, commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's come, for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as a people, as a culture. I feel the love, and I send it right back to you. Bye, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell.
Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams. Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.